Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Lower Decks Season 4. And this is the Star Trek animated series from Paramount Plus. And in this fourth season, we see our characters like Mariner and Boimler getting promoted, getting more responsibilities, and a mysterious plot going on where all these ships keep getting attacked and missing, and they keep building that point up throughout the season in little tidbits until it gives a big payoff for the last episode. This is another fun season of Star Trek Lower Decks. There's plenty of really fun episodes. Some of the highlights for me in particular, I really love the Tendi focused episode where we go back to Orion, where she's called back for a wedding. So we get to experience her backstory, her society's culture and everything. And that's a really awesome episode, and it also builds towards something pretty darn significant that winds up happening in the climax of this season in its final episode and leading into next season. So not only was it a fun side episode, but it also built towards something pretty big. There's some interesting returns of certain kinds of aliens and entities throughout this season, whether it's from earlier seasons of Lower Decks or some particular references to other Star Trek shows. You have a great cave episode, which apparently cave episodes are pretty classic in terms of Star Trek. For what I've heard, I probably every video that I've made about Lower Decks, I've never really watched Star Trek, so a lot of these new shows are my first foray into them outside of the J.J. Abrams universe films. And this cave episode was really great in terms of its character development and character dynamics. And I do really enjoy the introduction of our new Vulcan character, who winds up being such a great addition, even though she disappears for whole episodes, including a whole 3-episode streak there. But in general, I think this season really builds up to an interesting point in terms of looking at Starfleet, how this whole entire society, what they're involved in, how others might perceive it, and how others can act out or try to set up their own. And there's a lot of great action in the final episode, especially some big space action. This season has a lot of laughs. There's a whole entire Mark Twain subplot in one of the episodes that's absolutely hilarious. I feel like each of these characters get a lot of interesting character development, especially Mariner trying to deal with does she really want these responsibilities of moving up, or is she okay just hanging out with her friends and doing stuff together. And this final episode is big, it's action filled, it's thrilling, it's exciting, and it also sets up some very intriguing threads in its final moments, setting up for a 5th season, which I really do hope this show gets a 5th season and keeps going, because I have a lot of fun with this. I think the cast of Tawny Newsome, Jack Quaid, Noel Wells, Eugene Cordero, and everybody else who fills out the supporting cast, I think they're fantastic. This is a great cast, great show, and this new season definitely brings some highlights as well. But those are my thoughts on Season 4 of Star Trek Lower Decks. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.